Hi, everybody.
Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing good. This is a live, baby, live. Hope everybody is doing wonderful out there tonight. Everybody dealing with the cold weather, the snow, the sleet, the nonsense. This is the Big Vito brand coming to you on our Thursday night podcast. Hope everybody is doing good.
This voice you're doing, you got kind of like a bass going on right now. It's like the quiet storm. The quiet storm. Stevie Richards knows about the quiet storm. He's a Philly guy.
I guess. So we're going to start tonight's chat off, try to do a non-wrestling related chat. I know everybody is interested in doing stuff like that. Hopefully we can get some on-air questions, people joining us. If you don't know.
Now you know. Sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, we have been doing some really good things. Getting Color has taken off, and it's been a constant show on the Russo brand that has been doing very, very well. We have Becca's show. She's new to Podcast One.
Noel.
I said, but Noel, tell us about the show.
Okay, here is the skinny on the show. We have a new show, Vince Russo and myself. It is called Spilling the Teen Mom Tea. And we started out on YouTube, and it got such a really big following that it has moved forward and has gone on to Podcast One. So now we appear on Podcast One on Saturdays, and we have some big interviews coming up. We have tomorrow we'll be interviewing Randy, Chelsea's dad from Teen Mom 2, and he's going to tell us about the infamous baby bonus in the contracts. Supposedly, according to Simon, there is a baby bonus paid to certain couples that have babies because that kind of gets more attention to the show. So we're going to see if that's true. We're going to see if Chelsea's under that contract. And another big score that we got that you're probably some of you hearing for the first time now is Farrah's dad is going to come on with us next show after that. So we're going to get to ask Farrah's dad all the questions because everybody knows how much we love Deb, Farrah's mom. Okay. So yeah, so he's going to come on and we're going to talk about his episode. His big episode comes up Monday. He's getting engaged. So it's going to be a huge episode. We're going to ask him all the tough questions. Vince and I do not hold back on anyone, ever.
Is Steven Seagal going to be in this?
Is he a teen mom?
He might have dated some teen moms.
I don't know. Oh, look, Stevie Richards, the Quiet Storm. See, I know. He's a Philly boy. He knows about Quiet Storm.
Stevie Richards, one of my good buddies from wrestling. How are you doing tonight? Congratulations on your show with the Raw SmackDown review on Podcast One with the Russo brand. I hope everything is doing good with that show. I talked to Vince regularly. He said you guys are doing really good. Congratulations. I hope you guys take off.
Our condolences that you have to watch Raw and SmackDown.
It's been terrible.
It's awful. We're sorry. You could come on Teen Mom whenever you want.
Hambone is on. Vito, you seem excited, sir. I'm always excited. I'm being low key, because you can't get too, overly exuberant, especially when you had that long workout from the gym.
It's the quiet storm.
You're just trying to be monotone, with your lady and stuff. We got gangsters in the back, leopard. We know how we chill here. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it.
The quiet.
We're doing it. Stevie Richards, something tells me I won't be invited to the WWE Now Teen Mom. Well, Stevie, if you play your cards right, kid, I know you're new to Podcast One. I could probably get you in and slip you an invite. You just got to behave and you got to talk about, Teen Mom stuff. That's about it.
Stevie, you're always invited on Teen Mom. Anytime you want to come on, you let me or Vince know. You're always welcome to our party.
JD Smith, regretting my decision not to go to the Royal Rumble. JD, I think you're not missing anything. Hambone, WWE gets worse as we Big Josh Hinkle is on the line. Yep, WWE is the worst. Hi, handsome. Hi, Hambone. How you doing?
Hi, handsome. Hi, handsome Hambone. How are you? Hey, you know what, JD? You probably are not. You're just saving money. If you want, I'll throw Vito out of the screen right now.
Stephen Smith. Good evening. How's everything?
It's your friend Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A.
Remember,
Smith.
You made up a name for him last
Stephen A. Smith. Like we're talking about with Stevie Richards, we go back a long ways. We are, part of the Grand Slam or the Fabulous Five Club because we both work for the WWF, ECW, WCW, TNA, and the WWE. I don't know how many tours of Japan Stevie has done, but when you hit the big five, the Fabulous Five, and you do the Grand Slam tour, you've been around in wrestling a long time and accomplished great things.
No, it's Stephen J. Yeah, I know. He tried to rename you last time. Remember when we had our little talk? We missed last week with you guys, and we are very, very sorry that we missed our live thing, but we were in the hospital.
We were hospital bound, and things were a little shaky around here, due to health problems, but we're working on things.
I'm good. I filmed Teen Mom, and then as soon as the filming stopped, I got up and went right to the car, right to the hospital. And so I got a little puffy cheeks. I got that little steroid face right now.
And it's good that on this program with everybody here, that everybody supports the Russo brand, supports our podcast. And you know what? We're all here a team. Like the podcast I've been doing with the No DQ panel, that's been really, really doing well and growing day by day. The guys who are with the Super Ugly Show, they're another good group that I'm with, that we've been doing podcasts weekly, and it seems like I'm doing 3, 4, 5 podcasts, sometimes 6 podcasts a week. So try to be on the air, try to do my thing. And the Big Vito brand is growing, and we're doing really well with it. I'm always thinking of Noel and pray she's getting better. I know you do, Stevie Richards.
You.
Stevie Richards always inbox me, ask me, how's your wife? He never asked me how I am, but it's okay. You can love my wife.
Nobody cares, babe. No. I care how you are. I take care of you.
Oh, no.
See, you know how many screen captures I have of Vito making this Noel don't touch me face? That one? Here, watch. Why do you do that? Why does he do that, guys?
Okay, you know what, guys? Let me just play it out. You know what I mean? You macho. You got machismo. You the man. You don't want like this, this kind of like lovey-dovey stuff going on. You pimp. You rocking shit. You know what I mean? You taking names, panties, and hotel keys.
See, Steve Richards, you beat him up all the time. He's a jerk.
I beat you up.
Jerk.
Hold on. Stevie Richards. Was I the one who broke your nose when you're doing the master lock? No, I was the first one when you came through the curtain and said, are you okay? That wasn't me. That was somebody else.
He probably broke your nose too and he forgets.
And it was the greatest thing. Stevie, listen, we really need you tonight. We need you to work with the kid, make him look good.
The kid.
Yada, yada. You know how to do it, brother. Came back, broken nose.
How are the kids, Vito and Noel? Kids are good. Good.
Everybody's doing well.
Nick G will be back with a new Nick G episode this weekend. He's back from school this weekend. So, everybody loves those Nick G videos.
I know Stevie Richards can probably tell some good stories in wrestling. And me and Stevie probably go back and forth and being who's the king of the workouts and who's the king of getting shredded.
He says he sees a little stubble. JD says, did you shave today?
Where?
Yeah, he did. I think it's the lighting.
I think it's the lighting.
Because he's like smooth.
In fact, I'm tan, and you can see my.
And you can kind of see
you
her.
You can see a little bit, but
a little darker.
I'm smooth. I shaved twice today. So.
My dad is doing good. He's home, and
Hold on a second. Stevie, actually, my entire face, which someone hurt, and yes, Vito, you never hurt me. I never did. So I took care of you because you're my brother. But yes, my father-in-law is doing well.
He's
getting
doing
better.
Good. He's not using his oxygen a lot anymore, so the pneumonia is clearing up. So yay, please. My mom asked that everybody keeps those prayers coming, though. She greatly appreciates it. She wanted me to pass that on to you. Big Joyce.
Big Josh Hinkle says, Vito for president 2020. No, thank you. I'm not a political guy. Stevie Richard could tell you that. I'm just a hard worker, and I really don't care about politics. And Stephen Smith is watching Impact. My condolences to you for watching a show that has fallen through the rafter. And that is like, it's not what it used to. Wrestling, Stevie Richard can tell you, wrestling is not what it used to be. It would never be that again. And it's very sad because like what wrestling used to be back in the day, only certain people remember it. And today's brand of wrestling is terrible.
I haven't been able to see him yet. He's not allowed to have visitors yet. So I haven't, I've talked to him, but I haven't seen him in person yet. But I will as soon as he's allowed. He has to go get checked out by the doctor before I can see him.
Impact is better than WWE, though there is not a high bar for either. Keep drinking what you're drinking tonight. You're doing fine. And keep watching the
This
telecast.
is tea, by the way.
Okay, Big Judge. I've been a fan since 1987, watching wrestling for 31 years, since I was 4, and it's bad today than it was. It's bad today than it was 31 years ago. It was better 31 years ago,
Why are
for
we
sure.
talking about wrestling?
Well, we said, we're trying to talk about other stuff. Cool beans.
Cool beans, yeah. So,
But guys, times change, eras change, things change, and the game of wrestling has changed to where, it's a different time, a different era, and guys are not wrestlers.
Stevie's going to the gym.
Stevie, I'll see you later. Peace
Night,
out,
buddy.
my man. I need to take my medication, Vito. Yes, you do. You have to.
Yeah.
My boy Stevie Richards. I tell you, he's all right. Sorry, I didn't mean to change the subject. No,
you're good. You're good. I was just breaking chops because I'll talk wrestling all day if we talk it, but I'm gonna talk about like cool stuff and fun stuff. Like it's the new year, and let's talk about New Year's things. Like you guys have New Year's resolutions. Rocky from Super Ugly says New Year's resolutions are the lamest shit ever. And he's like, don't say you have any resolutions. And I don't know. I don't really have resolutions. Do you have any resolutions? I mean, I have goals, New Year's goals.
I just think, starting a new chapter for us. I think we need to do that. That's my biggest goal this year. And starting something new. And continuing to do the podcast and do well with it. Continue to, get my wife up on her feet and get her better. Continue to keep myself.
Give me a pound on 2018. Somebody's walking.
I am
walking.
Trying to keep myself.
I'm going to change my look. I've already started changing my look.
In better health, I'm in good health. Get better with the health that I have. Hey Vito, Sinatra or the Beatles, Sinatra all night long. Okay, or it says Sinatra. It's Sinatra. S-I. Stop drinking, JD. Zach Cooper TV. Vito, glad to see you all as well. Been a pleasure to have you in my life for all these years. Zach Cooper I met him when he was a very, very young man, a tender age, I think of 11 or 12. And I think maybe even 10. And he's a big wrestling fan. And all he kept telling me was, Vito, I'm going to be a wrestler one day. I said, no, you're not. I said, you're going through a phase. So he went through these phases. He had all these matches. He wanted me to watch, come to his house. And what it was is I developed a friendship with him and his friend Ethan, and I know their families, and we all became kind of like family. And I watched these two guys grow into something great. Zach is now football coach down in Florida. He's in college. Ethan is in college, and he has another career. These two kids I've helped throughout their growing up. I've been an inspiration to them. It's been a pleasure to be around them.
He's like a mentor.
Better yet, be a mentor and stuff. But we're trying to. Always a pleasure to be in his company, and it's good to see the boys, doing well.
JD, are you driving? As he said, voice to text. Mine does the same thing because when I can't see, I have to use the voice to text.
Archie is on. Vito, what up, my guy? How you doing, Arch?
Eric from Boston. Hey, Eric.
Eric from Boston.
Is your wifey working? She's a nurse. She works long hours, real long hours. He loves you.
I love you, Eric. I got you, man.
Oh, Colleen says hi. Hi, Colleen. It's nice to hear from you guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is the big question that I will allow for wrestling right now. Vito versus Skull Von Crush. Who comes out the winner?
Ain't no winners in that match.
No, everybody's going to get beat down. Oh, they're at the Applebee's.
You're at the Bees.
At the Bees. Do you guys know I was a waitress at Applebee's a long time ago?
It's 2 for $20 night. Big spender.
You brought home 2 Whoppers.
But that's what you eat.
I'm not. I'm switching my diet. I have to.
Last second diet switch, people. I'm switching my diet.
I have to, though. It's medical reasons. I have to switch my diet.
But
body's falling apart.
JD, no, I'm home tonight. I did 984 miles between yesterday and today. I'm cooking dinner.
Holy macaroni. That's a lot of driving.
That is a lot of driving.
That's a lot of
time on the road.
Unlimited ribs for $12. Oh, you're going to eat riblets? Don't eat riblets. I worked at Applebee's. I know what they are.
Eric.
Go with the chicken fingers.
This must be carb night, I guess, right, Eric? So you can carb up.
Carb night.
I was at Johnny Carino's the other day and had lasagna, and the lasagna good at Johnny's. You know what I mean? So that's pretty good. So guys, what are your thoughts on this year? What could we do here to improve your viewing pleasure, and what would you like to see on the show?
No nudity.
Besides sex and nudity, just let us know.
And violence. No violence either. This is a peace-loving live show. Would you like to hear Vito and Noel stories? We have some good ones. We do have some good stories. We have a very interesting life. According to other people, it just seems normal to me, but apparently we have a very interesting life. Vito and Noel doing movie reviews. Now, that's a good idea.
You already do reviews on, stuff. And
I review everything. I got Ipsy bags coming. If any chicks know, Ipsy is it. You get the makeup bags and you get 5 different products to choose from. And I'm going to start reviewing the bags. So that's coming to the channel. Vito is doing, because he promised me he would, and Vince, that he's going to do a skincare segment. We may film that tonight, actually, because you're just so handsome.
I know.
You're just so cute. You do have a big head.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Noel and Colleen apply makeup from start to finish. Got my vote.
Yep.
All right. That's all well and good.
I think so, too. And then, everybody likes the movie reviews. What movie would you like us to review? I just watched I, Tonya the other day. That movie was hysterical. You weren't here and I watched this movie. I don't know where you were. You might have been at the doctor. It's about Tonya Harding. Remember Tonya Harding?
Yes, I remember Tonya.
Okay. It's about Tonya Harding, basically her side of the story when she got in trouble with the whole Nancy Kerrigan shenanigans. Oh my God. That girl has been through so much stuff. But it was funny because the guy that orchestrated it, the bodyguard, was a complete Riri. He was really not there. And it made the movie really good. Vito reviewed Teen Mom. I've been trying, guys. I've been trying so hard. Vince tried. We had him on speakerphone.
Listen, guys, as far as the Teen Mom goes, right?
I'll call Vince right now and put him right on.
As far as the Teen Mom goes, okay, this was not my project. The reason that Teen Mom came about was because Vince was watching Teen Mom. My wife watches Teen Mom. And I suggested to them, I said, why don't you do a Teen Mom podcast? So
he noticed we talked like girls about Teen Mom on the phone.
So when they were doing a podcast, I said, guys, you're looking for another show for podcast one? I said, Vince, why don't you get it on podcast one and give it a whirl? It gives you something different to talk about because Vince hates to talk about wrestling.
He doesn't like to keep bashing something. It doesn't feel good to him.
So with that said, one show went in and they said, okay, talk to the producers. Now it's on. And the show is getting ratings and it's doing good. And now and my wife is actually getting inside tips and talking to the cast of Teen Mom.
I have the cast talking to me and I'm like, who am I?
With the backing of being legitimate and being part of Podcast One, being part of the Russo brand, being not some empty reporter or analyst, but being a journalist from a credible organization, it's getting her foot in the door into doing some great things. With that said, there's going to be some other reviews of other shows coming up. And we're going to announce it soon. But with this taking off, this opens up a whole new avenue for the Vito brand. And it helps with the Podcast One and the Russo.
See, Hambone said that the Teen Mom review is a great way to reach non-wrestling audiences. And that was the whole thing, is that a lot of people aren't watching wrestling like they used to watch wrestling anymore. And some people's wives may want to listen to the brand on Podcast One too. And we wanted to give everybody like an option. And people were inboxing me saying, thank you for doing the show. Now my wife lets me subscribe to Podcast One because she wants to, download the shows about Teen Mom. And we want to broaden the brand. We want to help Vince. He's our friend and we want to help him. And then we're broadening the big Vito brand as well. And it's making good progress. We're back on course. We had a tough few weeks with in and out of the hospital and some drama and some dealing with some other things, but like we're back on the positive now. We're moving forward. Things are good.
So Eric is saying, now Eric, I don't know what you're drinking and what's in the ribs, but Vito a chef, and I'll watch some cooking show, but only if Vito's in a dress. Boom, go.
Eric was going to put a dress on, and he hasn't sent the picture yet for the contest,
Eric,
and I'm waiting.
Save your dress, save your $10.95, save yourself the embarrassment. Nobody tops me in a dress. I'm a good-looking son of a bitch, no matter with a dress, without a dress, it don't matter.
See this? Man, it's going to make a face.
JD, SWAT is a great new show. SWAT.
Haven't seen that one yet.
Haven't seen that one. You try to get C.W. Anderson kicked out of ECW. Explain that. No.
I've never heard that one before. That's
Where
new.
do you guys come up with this? This is so silly. C.W. Anderson, Steve Corino, Big Vito, and Nightstick Eddie were probably the best damn group of traveling fools that ever
They all went
rode
together.
in ECW.
Did you hear this from, dare I say?
No, don't.
Oh,
no,
never mind.
Hold on a second. So when you guys come up with this stuff, did you do this? Guys, do you guys realize this is 20 years ago? Guys, do you realize that the stuff that you hear, if you didn't hear it in the dirt sheets or you didn't see it or it didn't come up on, TMZ, it's not true.
TMZ.
And when you guys talk about this, did you try to do this 20 years ago? Really? Were you there? Do you know?
Why don't you ask about real stuff? Like
I'm amazed at some of the stuff, the questions that people ask.
It makes me laugh.
Kenny Cole.
Kenneth Cole. Isn't that
Kenny,
a clothes brand?
Kenny, stop drinking the Kool-Aid, son. Please.
Harry Barnett's with us. Hey,
Harry
Harry,
Barnett,
how are you?
my peoples. Harry, I know you got that line from somewhere. My peoples.
Oh, no.
All right. Chris is a great guy as Stro. Stro is one of my boys.
Stro. Yeah, he's nice.
But guys, I got to tell you something. When you guys bring up stuff, when you go into chat or you do the Tuesday night show and you ask questions, you're talking about things that happened 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and you're like, what? What are you talking about? And you guys are still talking about this stuff. Guys, people have evolved. People have grown up. People have gone on to do other things in life. And wrestling is not life. And life is not wrestling. I just,
Captain's with us. Captain
Spalding, be Vito well wishes. Captain, thank you very much. And like I was saying, guys, you got to just wrestling is not life. It's part of your life, but it's not your whole life. And when you figure it out, you're going to say at the end of the day that, hey, it was a part of my life. It's not my full-time job anymore. And when you're not in that company or you're not in that place, you got to just let things go. Big Josh, Vito's Music talking about Vito's favorite music he listens to. Josh, I got it from somewhere. I wonder where. I steal the best. Harry, you've been on Twitter too much. Okay, stop drinking that that English stuff you drink. You know what I mean?
Tea.
No, he doesn't drink tea. He drinks a pint.
Oh.
So Harry, for all the boys in your group, that's a case. So Harry knows what that means. So guys, let go of all the old questions and all the nonsense that you talk about, because if it was worth talking about, wouldn't I talk about it on a podcast, or wouldn't I blot it out on my thing, or wouldn't I talk about it on Tuesday or
I think
Thursday
you're giving it
Monday?
too much vindication currently right now.
I just
don't know where
it
came from, but next question.
I find it odd. Here I'm sitting with my wife and we're talking about 20 years. I'm sorry, guys.
Why don't we talk about something other than 20 years ago?
All right, let's talk about how we got some great people following us. We hit 10,000 views on our YouTube. And then to get monetization, they changed the rules. And my wife can tell you about changing the rules. Tell me about what happened today, what you found out.
Oh, it's really irritating. And a lot of people know about it because I've been talking to people today about it, is that originally you had to meet certain requirements for monetization of YouTube, which we were doing. We were in the process. We got verified. We got his website verified. We got everything verified through YouTube. We did everything that they requested, sent them information that they wanted. And then all of a sudden they changed the rules, where now you have to have, in a 12-month period, so many views or there goes your monetization. You have to have so many subscribers above the 1,000 maintained or they take your monetization away. Guys, that's a problem. That hurts small businesses and podcasters and people like ourselves who are out here just starting.
Signal for a question.
What are you thinking, me? I'm the producer.
We have a question. Vito, if you weren't in wrestling, what do you think you would have done? Probably work for the mob. Probably. He was close. We just had mob talk tonight. So
Number one, you just penned me, and I'm the producer. Put the pen down. Number two, really? You couldn't have said like be a baker or a candlestick maker or all that other shit you tell me you do?
Gigolo. I was a Playgirl model, so I mean, I can't do that. All right, so the captain says Preach Pro Wrestling was great in my life, but now not so much. Harry, 27, and I've been drunk before. Sorry, it's late. I'm tired. Haha. Hambone, I heard they changed something on YouTube about monetization.
They did.
Stephen A. Amazon is also working on a YouTube alternative. If YouTube doesn't work out, it might work over there.
We're shopping around currently. We've talked about different other venues to use for doing live streams in our videos and things. We've just put a lot of work into the YouTube. It gives us the option to go across spectrums, and it makes things a lot easier. But I'll tell you what, I will do more work if it means I'm not putting more money into YouTube's pocket. Yeah. Rocky told me today that they're trying to be like a Netflix. And that's why they're doing like YouTube Red now, and you can rent movies. You know what? That's not what YouTube was built on. YouTube was built on you from home, sharing your experiences, sharing your DIYs. And the internet's dying because of net neutrality being and all that stuff. It's not going good for the internet. And it's not because it's not good. It's because of people want to make money that already have money, and the government wants to put their hand in what you have. That's the truth. And I'm not political. I'm just telling you the way it is.
Is Daily Motion still a thing, or do they have to switch or something? Daily Motion.
Daily Motion's still a thing.
Daily
it's still
Motion
out there. If you have an Apple TV, you can get it on there. Noel, what would you be doing if you were healthy?
Definitely wouldn't be doing this, guys.
No,
believe me, our lives would have been definitely different if my wife was healthy. We would not be on this thing. We would not be doing any of this.
I was up for a promotion at my job where I was supposed to travel, and we were supposed to talk about it when I came back from my honeymoon, because they had promoted somebody else to a manager position. And they said, we have another position that we want you to train people at another facility. And of course, my back went out, and that's when my whole spine went bad. And I never went back to that job. I got the boot because I couldn't come back, because I couldn't do that job anymore. I can only sit up for so long. But what I would really like to do is I would love to become a Zumba instructor. Do that. And I talked about doing that, and I had a choice between doing hair and doing that, and I chose going to get my cosmetology science degree. I really wish I would have done the Zumba now. I really do. I probably would have been better off.
All right. Is there a Periscope and a Twitch I like? What's Periscope and a Twitch?
Periscope is another like live function deal. Twitch, we have started a channel. We haven't put anything on it yet. We're still new. We are really new to this. I knew what I was doing previously, and now I have to learn it again. So it's a process. I'm trying to. The funny thing is that in a couple of weeks, it's going to be a year since I had a stroke. The problem with having a stroke is you kind of really don't even know who you are anymore. And if you ask Vito, like, I'm different now than I was before. Like, even like the clothes I want to wear and the things I want to do are different than they were before. Right? Am I right? I used to always wear black with skulls all the time, and like I was like a punk, and like, I don't do that much anymore. I just don't feel it. I guess when you come close to death, you don't really want to wear skulls all the time.
We have a question. Okay. JD, talk about bad luck. Glad you two have turned a positive and a negative. Keep pressing forward. Have a legit question. If Vito and Noel book WWE, who would you have go over in the Rumble and send to Mania?
This is a tough question this year. Tough question. Why don't you do the guys and I'll do the girls?
The guy thing, I don't know. I'm kind of like at a blank. I don't know. I would put Brock Lesnar in the Rumble, and I would make Brock Lesnar win, make him the ultimate giant, and this way make him even more ferocious to come to Mania, and then let Roman Reigns come down and see if he could take down the
Here's
big
another
dog.
person. I heard too by Mike Johnson that Big Vito told get kicked out of it. We don't know Mike Johnson.
I don't know.
We don't know
Guys,
who that is.
I don't talk to wrestling people, so where do you get this stuff?
People make up stories because they like to make up stories.
Does everybody know that C.W. Anderson is boys with Carino, and me and Carino are boys? And you know that me and Carino's mom I'm like one of her sons. And do you guys know that I'm one of her favorites? So, like, and I would never do anything that Steve or C.W. Anderson or anything. So what are you talking about again? Again, going on hearsay of he said, she said, instead of knowing what's what. And if you guys are friends with Mrs. Carino.
Mike Johnson is a dirt sheet writer. Well, then you answered your own question.
Jesus Christ.
I did not even know who that was. We don't keep like
Wrestling Royalty Pod. What's up, guys? Been gone a minute. Found out my dad is sick. Glad to be back on there. Hope your dad feels better.
Hope your dad feels better.
Hope
buddy.
everything is going good. Guys, stop listening to the dirt sheets because they just friggin' like to put dirt out. And if you're talking about 20 years ago, I have no time for you.
It's funny. I don't get the whole. Listen, I don't know if anybody watched. I'm going to say a wrestling thing. I can't believe I'm going to do this. I don't know if anybody watched the network with what's Sterling James' stupid name in WWE? Oh, Corey Graves and Enzo, where he interviewed Enzo and he said, you know, there's a lot of people talking about this and that on the internet about you, and they're talking about you got thrown off a bus, and they're talking about, and Enzo just is eating an apple, and he goes, "Oh, really? I haven't Googled myself in a year." And they start talking about me. So you ready for this? We don't Google ourselves. Thanks, Mike Johnson.
Unbelievable.
We don't Google ourselves. The only time he Googles me is if he wants to look at my butt and I'm not around. The only time I Google him is if I want to look at his Playgirl picture button. He's not around. That's it. Image search only. I'm just being legit. We really don't. We don't do the dirt sheet thing. We just don't.
Steven Smith, dirt sheets are just a clickbait troll. Stop feeding the trolls. Exactly.
Yeah.
Captain Spaulding Styles deserves to be #1 over Lesnar. Great work and all. You can't put. It's not believable, guys. It's not believable.
Who would I put over for the woman?
Corey Graves is a douche. Well, I don't know. You know, he's been nice to me.
He was nice to me too.
So I can't really say anything.
I just couldn't think of his name. Women's Royal Rumble. I would like to see Nia Jax win that. Actually, I think that she's going to end up feuding with Alexa Bliss, and I think that's going to be a pretty good feud actually. Because when you can feud with your best friends, that always is money.
Yep.
Always is money. Because when you hang out, you talk about it, you work on it. Vito knows you've feuded with people like that you've been good friends with, and you can sit there and you think of ideas and things you can do, and you come up with stuff on car trips. It always makes for the best feud. So I would like to see Nia Jax win the Rumble.
One of the guys who's my traveling buddies was Sylvan, and me and him used to have some really, really good matches. And it's just like we were just a good mix, and we trusted each other, and it was always good to work with them.
Read Harry's question because I don't see so good. It looks funny.
Do you think Hogan returns Monday? I hope he does because he deserves to go back to WWE. Noel, I was in Playgirl, but you need magnifying glass to look at the spread.
My glasses make things larger.
Captain, congratulations on being in Playgirl in the back of the magazine. Steven Smith, do you guys watch Total Divas? Yeah, yes. We do watch Total Divas.
I like Total Divas.
That's a pretty good show.
We're really into reality shows. Like we don't watch like sitcoms, really. Old ones, Seinfeld and like King of Queens.
Beachfront Bargain Hunters.
These into Beachfront Bargain Hunters. Oh, and the Island show where the people buy the island.
And then my
Bar
man,
Rescue.
Bar Rescue, and then my other guy from the cooking show,
Gordon Ramsay.
Gordon Ramsay is another one of my
Gordon
favorites.
Ramsay. He'll watch if anything Gordon Ramsay's on except the hotel show.
Right.
Vito will watch it. He loves that that kitchen stuff.
Then my boys from Step Brothers, I got them down with them. You know what I mean? I lived that lifestyle. It's good. It's good.
I don't know what that means. What boys from Step Brothers?
Wedding Crashers.
That's not Step Brothers. It's Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers.
Right. They're not the same people that were on Step Brothers.
But I know who I'm talking about. The guys from Wedding Crashers are my boys. Listen to what I'm saying, okay? Get off the meds. "60 Days in a Great Reality Show." Who you think is going to win Hell's Kitchen? I'm not sure. Wedding Crashers is awesome. Vito, you got to be a Rocky fan. Yes, I am a Rocky fan. Watched them all, lived through it, did it all. Very good. I loved it.
Harry's watching Friends. You know what? I don't like Friends. I only liked one episode, and that was it. Wasn't a friend. We like Seinfeld a lot.
Seinfeld a little better. King of Queens is
King of
pretty
Queens
cool.
is good. I like Golden Girls. When I was in the hospital, I watched the entire series of Golden Girls because I forgot all of them. It was my pop show. He loved Golden Girls. I love that show.
It's very nice.
You know, you're being a bit of a smart aleck tonight. I think I'm going to have to show you who's boss when this stops.
Why is your lip quivering?
It's not. What did you get on your shirt? What's in your shirt right here?
Vito, you got to be a Rocky fan. Is the last comment we had.
Your phone's ringing.
You
You better go check to see if it's important. So, guys, it's just us. Does anybody have any questions that are just for me? Is we laughing? I don't know. Got any good questions? Nothing. I got nothing. I gotta have something. Supernatural, anyone? Nah, I don't do that one. Does anybody watch the Batman show? The Gotham show? I haven't seen that yet, but I heard it's good. Does anybody watch that?
Supernatural, anybody? I don't think so.
No, I said that. Who was that? Call him, babe.
Scam.
Likely. Does anybody else get a ton of Scam Likely calls?
This is like so ridiculous.
We get them all the time. What happened to the Do Not Call show? Yes, Gotham. Yes, Gotham. Is that good? Gotham is awesome. Okay, I saw it, so I'm definitely gonna have to get it. No, don't bring me any BK gift cards.
Bring it.
No, I'm on a new diet.
Bring it. They have salads there. They have smoothies.
If you're listening to me,
if
it's something for me, don't bring the BK. Don't bring it. Don't listen to him. If you bring me a BK gift card, that's equivalent to bringing Vito a hairbrush.
No, it's not, because she'll eat the Whoppers.
I won't.
Whoppers. She loves Whoppers.
If it was up to you, I weigh 4 billion pounds.
You love Whoppers.
You like big girls.
Huh?
You like big girls.
Let's see. The development on the characters is excellent on Gotham. Season 4. Laugh out loud.
And JD's going to come up and have lunch with us.
Bring the gift card to the...
No. No gift cards. Not to BK. Nope. Cutting back. Salads, baby. I have to. I'm trying to walk. I have to start getting in better shape.
Walking shape.
Yeah, I gotta get in walking shape, dude. It's like WrestleMania for me. I haven't walked in almost 4 years.
First time watching live, Jason Val. How are you doing tonight?
Welcome, Jason. We're crazy. Oh, says show. He is trying to plump your ass with Whoppers. So true.
All right. Do you still talk to Eric Bischoff? No, I have not spoken to Eric Bischoff at all. I really talk to a handful of guys in wrestling, and those guys are like my real friends. So, I do chat. I catch Hogan online once in a while, Beefcake online. Shane Douglas I'll talk to. Francine I'll talk to. Who else? I talk to Nunzio, Johnny the Bull. I speak to Angel. Adam
Bomb you talk to.
Adam Bomb I talk to. I talk to a bunch of guys who were my buddies in Florida.
Puerto Rico. You talked
You know,
with the
I talked
guys
to
in
my
Puerto Rico.
friends. So I mean, there's a bunch of guys out there.
I like Roseanne. And Roseanne's coming back. They're doing another season. It's supposed to start soon. I think March.
Yeah,
They're going to have another Roseanne. I will watch that when that comes out. I bet V will probably watch that too.
Jason Bell, I enjoy watching Vito on No DQ. Thank you very much. The No DQ panel review is a great new podcast that we came out with. It is doing great reviews and is getting a lot of downloads. Guys, if you haven't checked it out, check it out on Wednesdays, the No DQ panel. It is a very good panel with a good group of guys and young lady. And I think everybody's going to be very entertained by that show.
What's the girl's name on there?
Jexy. Jexy.
What does she do? Does she wrestle?
She's training to be a wrestler.
Training? Mm-hmm. I miss a lot of those No DQs. Why do I miss those?
Because you're busy doing other things, babe. It's on a Wednesday night at
Total Divas.
Total Divas.
That's why I was like, why do I ever pop in on this? Total Divas season. Yeah. The next, March 27th is Roseanne. That's Nick G's birthday. Days on March 27th. Betcha he's going to ask for a Nerf gun. What do you think?
I don't know. JD, take it easy. Thank you for stopping in. Captain, not sure about that. Trying to stay away from wrestling questions. That's all right. Guys, we are going to call it a wrap. Okay, we've been on for 40 minutes.
Yeah, I got to lay down. My back is killing me.
So we'd like to thank you for stopping in. I hope everything is good. Catch the Big Vito brand on Getting Color. Catch the Big Vito brand on Twitter. You know, go and follow. Catch Big Vito brand on YouTube. Go and subscribe. You know, hit the follow button.
The little button's like right in this area over here.
And if you need merchandise, collar and elbow, you know, go see the signature series, you know, WrestlingTees.com/the Big Vito brand. And we do have Amazon lists out. A lot of people like to donate. We don't accept money, but if you like,
look at this Kenny Cole guy trying to troll you about like Dave Meltzer's 5 stars.
Hold on. How it felt that Meltzer never gave you a 5-star match?
He's not Japanese.
Guys, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Kenneth Cole, go make a jacket. We don't have time for Dave Meltzer. We don't Google. Oh my God. We don't dirt sheet.
It doesn't. Anyway, like I said, Valentine's Day is coming up. We have Amazon lists out.
Hey, sexy, I give you 5 stars. Okay. You're a 5-star match for me.
And we have Amazon lists up. So if you'd like to get us something, you know, for doing the podcast and everything, and like people always ask, what can we do for you? Go to the Amazon list. All the stuff on there is not expensive. It's all little stuff. So if you feel the need, go ahead. We appreciate all the help. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming on tonight. I hope everybody has a great night. We will talk to you soon, and take care.